wide receiver in the country has been more productive this season than Utah State's Deven Thompkins. The senior from Fort Myers, Florida, leads the nation in receiving yards and all-purpose yards per game. Hi, everybody. I'm Jesse Kurtz in the Mountain West Network studio, where it's my pleasure to head to Logan, Utah, and bring in the nation's top wide receiver, Deven Thompkins. DT, it's great having you aboard. How you doing?
Doing great, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Let's get started. You have 72 receptions for 1,314 yards and 8 touchdowns this season. How much fun are you having being so heavily featured in the offense this year?
It's amazing, honestly. I mean, it really is a dream come true, to be in this type of offense. Just the way we throw the ball around, and how fast we play and just how much we can execute, it's amazing. And then also just the teammates I have around me, in the receiving corps. I mean, it's not just me, we're all great in this room. So, I mean, to definitely stand out amongst them it's honor. It's an honor for sure.
Well, you're doing things that no receiver is doing in the country in college football this year. You're the only player in the nation right now to have 5 games with at least 170 receiving yards. So that's pretty outstanding. Talk to me about a year ago. You made a decision that you were going to enter the transfer portal and leave Utah State, but something changed your mind and you reconsidered. What was that, and why did you come back to Utah State for your senior year?
Really, it was Coach Anderson and Coach Suffalo. Just when Coach Anderson called me, and just was telling me about the things he wanted to do and how he wanted to change Utah State football and the program. It stuck with me, heavy. And Utah State's home for me. This is where I started it out. And in high school, I went to 3 different high schools, so I never really had a stable place. But I told myself in college, I didn't want to I didn't want to transfer anywhere. I wanted to just do all 4 of my years here and hopefully go to the NFL. But Coach Anderson and Coach Suffalo, they told me, everything they wanted to do, bringing in such a diverse coaching staff and the offense that Coach Tucker wanted to bring in, it fit perfectly for me. It was honestly an opportunity for me to truly display all of my talent and everything I have within me.
Well, the coaching staff came in, led by Blake Anderson, not only changed the culture, but as you mentioned, the offense. What specific changes were made that have helped you so much?
The strength of the conditioning, for starters, Coach Jackson is amazing. I mean, he you got to go in there fired up every day to work out with him. You can't just go in there, with a poor attitude. He makes it fun. He makes it exciting to be here. The same thing with Coach Anderson and the whole staff. Everybody, it's a family around here. Everybody's happy to see each other. With the teammates and the staff. And I think to me, that's the most important thing. And that's something I've never. In all my years of playing football, I've never really got to experience. So this was the most special season I've ever had in my life.
Well, it's all working out for you. You need just 29 receptions and 218 receiving yards to set new Utah State records for receptions and receiving yards in a single season. Records that have stood now for 20 years. What would it mean to leave your mark in that way on this program?
It'd mean everything to me, honestly. It's something I always dreamed about, is just setting records and doing something, just making history in general, that's always been my mindset. I always want to be one of the greatest to ever play this game. So that's what drives me every single day, even though I have my children as well. But, ever since I was 7 years old and started playing football, I just always wanted to be the greatest.
Well, furthermore, you're chasing career marks at Utah State when it comes to the greatest receivers in program history as well. You're 814 yards off of the career receiving mark and 37 receptions off the career receptions record at Utah State. So plenty out there for you. I'm curious, the Aggies have employed in some way, shape, or fashion a 2-quarterback system here in 2021. Logan Bonner and Andrew Peasley have both played a significant role in your team's success. From your standpoint, how different are they, and is there a difference in catching the ball from either quarterback?
I don't think there's a difference in catching the ball from each of the quarterbacks, but they are both unique in their own ways. With Peasley, he's fast, he can run, and his legs make him an extra threat. And then Logan, he's a gunslinger. He's gonna put the ball where it needs to be, and he's gonna let it fly. So they both are just unique, and I enjoy playing with both of them, honestly.
Well, you guys have reached all kinds of success. The Aggies are 7-2 this season and in the driver's seat for a spot in a Mountain West championship game, a 6-game improvement from last year, which is tied for the best in the nation. And you're 4-0 in one-score games. That's one off a school record. When did you realize that this team had this sort of a winning makeup?
In the spring, or actually not in the winter when we first started working out. Just the way that Coach Jackson and Coach Anderson they came in here and how how hard they worked us, and how hard they pushed us to be great, and everybody really responded well. It was like nobody was really laying down or complaining too much, but we stepped up to the challenge that they brought, and I think like that's when I saw like, okay, this team has that potential to be that special, and as time went on, when we got through finished with spring football and then we got to summer workouts, it just improved even more, and we started doing the play around practices. It just all kind of just connected, and we all bought into the program, we all bought into what Coach Anderson was bringing, and I think that's the biggest thing for our success right now.
Great teams are tough teams, and they find a way to win on the road. You guys are doing just that. Utah State 4-0 on the road this season. Got another test here coming up this week. You have San Jose State, the defending Mountain West champions. The Aggies and Spartans are meeting for the 40th time in history. What will it take for you guys to pick up another road win against a very good Spartans team?
Just sticking to the philosophy that Coach Anderson preaches every day, just getting 1 degree better. I think us, focusing on each day at a time, I think that's what makes us, really good in winning these road games and finding ways to win. It's just because we fight hard, and then we look back to the winter and the summer and how hard we worked, to make this possible. And I don't think that anybody on this team wants to let all that hard work, go out the window at all. So I think we all fight for each other, and we fight for that.
Well, if history is any indication, Utah State will be in a good place when they take on the Spartans. The Aggies have scored at least 40 points in the last 5 matchups with San Jose State, which has led to an 8-game win streak in the series. Deven, congratulations on a terrific start, both from a personal standpoint and a team standpoint here this season. Good luck down the stretch as you chase a spot in a Mountain West Championship game.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You bet. We appreciate you. That's Deven Thompkins, senior wide receiver at Utah State, who leads the nation in receiving yards and all-purpose yards per game. By the way, you can watch the Aggies and Spartans battle on the football field this Saturday at 7:30 Pacific time on FS1. For the Mountain West Network studio, I'm Jesse Kurtz.